as the waters of Carver Lake lap along its shores. It brings the kind of calmness and peace that only nature can bring. You can discover this feeling every time you visit the heavily wooded Carver Lake Park, where its large mature trees tell a story whenever the wind blows. If you listen carefully, the trees sing their history.
Owendigo, Owendigo, Owendigo Camp, we love you.
The song of Camp Owendigo defines Carver Lake's history. Sung annually by hundreds of children attending summer camp on the shores of Carver Lake. Developed in 1935 by Neighborhood House in St. Paul, the camp served as a place to introduce city children to the beauty of nature and fun in the outdoors.
We would go down to the neighborhood house, and we got onto a bus. It was only a short drive, maybe 15 minutes. There was like 5 cabins and maybe 10 to 12 kids, I think, in each cabin. You felt like you were in the middle of nowhere. We swam twice a day. I think I knew basically how to swim, but I was afraid to death of diving. And they worked with me every day. And by the end of the week, I was able to dive. And that was very satisfying.
The summer fun lasted for several years. However, as decades passed, interest in Owendigo dwindled as participation fell from a peak of 140 campers in 1966 to just 37 in 1984. By the mid-'80s, it wasn't financially feasible to run the camp, and with the city of Woodbury showing interest in the property, Neighborhood House decided to sell.
Camp Owendigo was a big piece of property. It had a lot of nice natural wooded area that was relatively undisturbed. So that's why we were very much interested in purchasing the property.
The city's vision for the park was a natural area with lake access for swimming and fishing. The camp layout assisted in the master plan, as they were able to focus on the natural beauty of Carver Lake.
The parking lot is kind of right in the middle of where the camp used to be. That was really the center space of the camp. So we focused our development essentially where the park was already, so we would disturb as little of the wooded and natural area as possible.
The beach area was moved to the east side of the lake because it was flatter and made it easier to add other amenities. Since its debut in the early 90s, Carver Lake Park has continued to be a destination for outdoor enthusiasts.
Well, I think it's been one of the major hidden gems of the park system.
Over the years, as the park evolved, a large picnic shelter was added, as well as an off-road bike trail and a boardwalk for fishing that frames the lake. All these improvements define the park's mission to get people outdoors, a mission that will continue into the future.
The future really is focused on maintaining the great amenities that we do have in the park. We may add a couple picnic shelters here and there as we see a good location for those. So we're always looking at what we can do to make improvements, but what you see out here at Carver Lake Park is what you're going to see for the next 10 years most likely.
So for more than 85 years, Camp Owendigo in Carver Lake Park has been a peaceful retreat from the busyness of city life.
One of the unique things about Carver Lake Park is where it came from and where it is today. The outdoor recreation opportunities here really make you feel like you're not in the city. And I think that's a unique thing that it offered in the past and still does today.